It's really.
I forgot all about that, Chaille. You sent me that text last night about the happy hour, and I was like, oh, cool. But I never made the connection that also meant we could do the happy hour. I was just like, oh, then, yeah, that goes right into our thing.
It just seems really cheesy if I bring up issues with Andy while I'm sitting there next to Doug. But then people start bringing up issues with Andy during the Doug stand-up happy hour. And then it's like...
I got a new dog.
Dad, I told a story, like a story that someone prompted. Then I told him, and it related to issues with Andy. And Doug's like, yeah, so glad for everyone can show it up here to get the worst of issues with Andy. And I'm like, what? I didn't shoehorn this in, motherfucker. Someone asked about it.
Yeah.
Despite your fabulous success, Doug,
Listen,
how do you feel about issues with Andy?
And Stanhope can't just Dane Cook us and do the show right before our show and then stretch his show into our show. And come on, dude. Wednesdays is our day.
Well,
we're Rachel Maddow.
All of a sudden, he's got a happy hour 3 hours before the start of our podcast.
To be fair, the dog helped us out tonight because right at the end where we've got we've now made her the end call every night. Every time we do a happy hour, Linda, the dog jumped over the fence again. And the person who can't be named came in to tell Doug, the dog jumped over. Doug's like, then let him go. Let the dog, if the dog jumps over the fence and doesn't realize what's going on here, get the fuck out. And then he actually just walked away from the happy hour. And I go, well, good, because we have to go anyway. So
yeah, fuck Mishka.
That should be the name of the dog.
He just showed up.
Here, fuck Mishka. Here, fuck Mishka.
Henry Phillips, fuck Mishka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Henry's still alive,
also
right?
shirtless.
Yeah. Henry's still in there, right?
Yeah.
Henry's hanging in.
Yeah.
Henry's gonna. That might be a good pool.
I heard he's engaged. I don't believe it though. Do you?
I think it's an arranged marriage.
Yeah, it does. It seems like it's just like I don't know. The picture I just thought was no way. Henry Phillips is getting married? Nah.
Andy, are you on the deck?
I'm on the deck.
All right.
On my deck.
Up.
Well, it's cold.
Yeah, you have a do you have a renter?
I have,
right
he's for a couple months. He's like a fucking person.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He may be sleeping out and killing people at night, but I don't care about any of that. He makes no noise and keeps a neat place of it.
Always pays in cash up front.
Yeah, I don't ask
what
any
he
questions.
does on his own time.
Yeah, not my concern, sir.
He's always washing off a shovel at 5 a.m.
He's gone through all my lime, but other than that.
He's watched the podcast. He's been real reluctant to come around me since I got back from Vegas.
COVID.
It's kind of cold here. I haven't really warmed up since I woke up on the ground in Diamond Lake. Not really.
Hey, beautiful shots, Andy, from your trip back home.
Yeah.
Well, most of those all got ate up, but I went back. I rerouted up through some of them woods and stuff. Because I was like so bummed. I saved a few, and then they all got fucking 1,000 pictures for like 3 months.
You realize when I say great pictures, it's the one I saw, and not the ones that got ate up. And
all right, okay, yeah.
I'm not somehow in your camera.
But I went.
What he's saying is that he had even better pictures.
I had way better.
I'm commenting the ones I saw.
Yeah. DJ Drowsy had a whole fucking series. It took me hours. I was like, I realized, I'm just wasting time, so I don't have to go anywhere. But no, I was fucking doing some fucking dynamite work there, and. But I went back. I went up to around up to Salem, up to Detroit Lake, up a river. It's all fucking just everything's burned up there. And then came down to McKenzie, which I love, and went up to Belknap Springs, and that place is in check. The upper McKenzie's in good shape, and then on down it was fucking death. The same shit, just fucking. I went to that. I don't know if you guys remember. I talked about a Christmas store. It's a year-round Christmas store on the Mackenzie River, and this guy I talked to him for a minute, and he was bitching about how all the people come in and take pictures of things, and then they order them online. And that place got fucking razzed. Fire came over the hill and burnt the whole Christmas store down to the fucking foundation.
Really? Shit.
I got to pick around through the ashes. It's usually, I mean, it's kind of uplifting and sad. Yeah, well, I got in the back of the store. They had a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff, so I got a Han Solo mug burnt. And
wait, the mug is burnt?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all fried in the middle and shit.
Yeah,
it was a big pile of them, but most of them were too brittle to pick up, and so I got a Boba Fett and a Han Solo. So one of you's gonna get something in your Christmas stocking. It's like the whole thing was Christmas trees and ornaments. So it's just, I would have loved to have cameras in there to see the whole thing go up.
Sure.
The ultimate, sad for them, and also sad.
Well, I mean, as long as someone can gain some kind of enjoyment.
So here's the weird thing: is I posted a picture of that on Twitter of the Christmas store and said it was the Hollywood elites starting the war on Christmas started the Mackenzie fire to burn down the Christmas store, and I got a fucking response from a Mackenzie River entity.
Really?
He's saying, please do not spread this sort of disinformation, and then linked to several articles. And I mean, they were serious as they really took what I said. I said that, this whole fire was started as a war on Christmas. So they attacked the Christmas store and everything else is collateral damage. I'm at ground zero of this fucking thing. And I figured it out, and they did. And she responded, and please don't spread. And I realized how fucked up everything is, that a person who reads that has no hint that there's any sarcasm or joke involved.
Everything is serious as a heart attack.
Yeah.
I've long said there needs to be a font that is sarcastic.
Right.
Oh, that's
so that
funny.
when you read it, it's that you meant it like italics.
Bob's your uncle. This is going to be funny.
Okay, here we go. You'll like this one.
I was looking for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Bold underline italics.
I wrote back saying
sarcasm.
I love the Mackenzie, and I didn't mean it. And I said, do you want me to forward the articles to Rogan? he was the one who
get it out there.
Yeah, he might bite on that Christmas angle now that he's buddies with that other fucking guy in Austin.
Fucking, did you see Rogan just did another interview with fucking crazy?
Yeah, that's what he's
Alex
talking about.
Jones.
Yeah.
Well, here's
What
the
the
thing,
fuck?
though. This is what I heard today. I don't know if this is true or not. I should research this before I just go spouting it off. But that Rogan's not on Spotify yet. His contract hasn't started. He's still doing it on the platform he's always had. And that Spotify won't allow Alex Jones on. So that once
no one should.
Joe is actually, that's true. No one should.
Well,
I don't think Joe should do it. But I don't know. It might be like, it might have been people are just going to now bash me for trying to be a Joe Rogan apologist. I don't know. It's just, I heard this as a theory. That it's like, okay, Alex, you can be on one last time, because once I go on Spotify, you will not be coming on.
Keep him in his camp.
I guess
I don't know if that's true or not.
He had no camp.
I mean, his podcast is still a comedy podcast. He's bringing him on there to fucking goof on the guy. I mean, I don't understand the problem that everybody has.
Yeah, other
than what we just talked about, how a lot of people don't see that and take it just you
can't put his words in a font that says sarcasm or fucking idiocy.
Yeah.
And those kind of guests, people want to fucking tune in to hear what's said and shit. And a lot of those people who listen to Rogan's podcast, and here's the problem with some of it, is they don't see it as a comedy podcast. They see that as just, that's the opening of
news.
It, but they have serious discussions with people in news. Yeah. So he's like a fucking
he's considered one of the major news distributors.
Absolutely.
And Jonathan Stewart was that, from the Daily Show.
Jonathan? Is that how you refer?
Call him Jonathan.
The world knows him as Jon Stewart, but Well, me and Jonathan, when we have
Andy went.
There was an Oregon Duck running back named Jonathan Stewart. That's where
I was going to say that. I was going to say Andy went to college with him in Britain in the 60s.
No, I almost ran over a Duck.
Jonathan and I.
It wasn't Jonathan Stewart. It was Ontario's. The guy. I think the guy got caught with a Whizzinator. I was like pulling in, and then the guy darted in front of me from practice. He was
the quarterback, wasn't he?
He was like the star running back, and I almost, made contact with him with my car. But then
that's
he went to
run.
Yeah, but
he had in the biz we call that a hit and run.
He wasn't a good student. He was there on scholarship, and I don't think he really, he ended up in Canada with a fake penis. So I don't know. I probably should have hit him. It would have been a wake-up call.
What was the deal with that?
I think in a suitcase or attached to him?
I think he had a.
Yeah, I think he was
prepared for on-the-spot piss test. Like he had a full-on.
Yeah, he was smuggling pee in.
Yeah, smuggling pee in, but he, in case you got to whip it out and you're proud of it or whatever, and he's got a dick. I never did understand the logic of having a full-on dildo to give some fake.
I think it's so that if you are taking the test and someone's just kind of looking over your shoulder, you can fake it well enough because it looks enough like a dick. And who's going to go, hey man, is that a fake dick?
Hey, your dick looks weird, man.
Tester.
What they do? I don't.
Yeah. So
let me taste that, brother. Let me have a taste of that.
The real lesson here is why the fuck does a athlete have to take a drug test anyway? Who cares?
Well, I think that's
especially at college.
It was probably for a new contract or some shit.
Let me give you guys a tip. We're all kind of most of us are in semi-committed relationships. So if you ever have to take if the gal ever has to do a pregnancy test at a clinic, always
the
insist.
gents like to go too, Greg. Come on.
No, I'm saying always insist to go in there, because a lot of times the nurse that goes in, she'll draw the curtain and the girl will go in there and throw some urine that doesn't belong to her into a thing, and they won't test the temperature. So that's 2 strikes right there. 1, no one saw her sit on a toilet to fucking pee in a fucking test tube. And number 2, they don't test the temperature. And then all of a sudden, Chaille boy is paying for an abortion and she's going to a Marcy Playgrounds concert in Seattle on my dime. I'm not bitter, but these are the things that you find out later that oh, wait a minute. No one like she grabbed that urine 4 days ago.
Yeah, my guy watched me pee. When I had my drug classes, and sometimes it was my little fella with the MS or whatever in the wheelchair, and he'd go, and I'll take care of it, and he'd go in and crowd into this little bathroom with me, his wheelchair up against the thing, and I made sure I didn't want there to be any question, so I whipped my dick out in front of him and
let him see it.
Well, he's handicapped, so he probably can admire, an able-bodied man doing his thing, without any shame or whatever.
Yeah, you probably just flash back to whipping it out in front of him anyway, right?
Yeah, I wanted to be in control of the handicapped gentleman. What do you think, fella? Yeah, that's some prize tinkling there, huh? I had a whole Gatorade before class.
Yeah, it's got to be interesting to be taking a drug test like that, Andy, knowing that you are clean. Like you knew, I have to be clean to do this.
Oh yeah,
right? I have to get through this, so I'm going to be clean. So if you are taking a drug test and you actually are clean and you know you're clean, then you are real not cocky, but you're real hey, let everybody see. I don't want there to be any question. I want you to see me do this. I want this to come back.
Sure.
It's like taking the lie detector when you didn't kill the girl.
Yeah. Turns out I didn't black out that much.
Probably wasn't the best example.
Well, there are false positives. That's another thing. It's like you could be as clean as possible, and there could be some screw monkey wrench in the works in the processing or the handling. I mean, come on.
Sure.
they're no Rhodes scholars in the drug testing process.
Most of them are in it
You've
for
seen
the
the
love.
people that do those.
Yeah. People,
They
you
love
know,
it.
you go
There
to
are
college
people.
for years and years to handle fucking hobo urine and see if they pass their doing. Good for you, you know. Fucking college doesn't get everybody a job, but you got a job right at the fucking urine entry level, fucking sniffing out drugs in the urine.
He went to college. That's where he collected cans.
Yeah.
Cheap
Cannon.
sorry.
When I was in the Army, I used to keep a long thing with like a cap full of bleach in it. So whenever I just put it in there when I have to do a thing, and you just pull it out right alongside your dick. They don't have to see any of it, and you piss in it, and then just when you shake your dick, you just squeeze that bulb, and it shoots bleach right down into it, and it
or under your fingernail too.
It just contaminates it so that you don't.
Well, it's a false negative, which sometimes they say if you do a couple of those in a row, then you're done.
They'll make you.
That's the same as a positive.
Man, I would have looked if I would have fucked up on my last drug test and had to go back after my exit speech to those fucking poor saps. You know, it's fucking, you know, high five myself in front of
like a parole board or something.
Yeah, my last class, and you know, I gave a sign off of how it's like, I'm going to go to Belize and do some dope, man, and you know, I'm getting out of here, and I ain't coming back.
And then you just
if I would have failed, you know, if I would have failed, and then what happened is you know, I couldn't get that last one in under the wire. So I had to be sober in Belize. So my whole speech was flawed anyway. But to go back as one of them.
How did you not get the last one in under the wire?
Because it came on a holiday or some shit. I couldn't get in there to pee until, you know, after I came back from the trip, as it turned out. If I could have come in on a holiday on Monday, I could have got one in and then gotten word while in Belize that yes, in fact, I can do cocaine.
Man, that's brutal timing, dude.
It really sucked, you know, but that was my whole motivation for getting sober, is and I had all the other drugs and everything waiting for me at home, and I was like, it's going to be a lot more fun, and I was sober through that, you know, and what I learned from it is I can do it. Sure. Great.
I've never had to go I've never had to be I was sober for a month at Coots while I played in the band, which is I dare any of you to go one night sober at Coots. There's no fucking, I did it while playing in the band on the South Side. And I did it just to shove it up my girlfriend's ass. She goes, "You're a drunk." By the way, she's in AA. "You're a drunk. You're a fucking alcoholic." And I go, "Really?" And then I fucking went 30 days at Coots playing in the band, no drinking, no nothing. For 30 fucking days.
I bet the 31st day was brutal, huh?
Oh my God, dude. I don't remember 30. I don't remember 31 through 37. But if you can go 30 days in a fucking hostile environment, then I think you've like proven at least to yourself, well, I guess she's wrong. And I guess I don't like we just talked to a guy on the happy hour who's kind of wishy-washy about not drinking for 30 days. It's like, if you're not going to drink for 30 days, I don't think, and you're like that blasé about it, I don't think you really drank. I think you had a drink once in a while, but like for any of us to go 30 days without drinking, you have to commit to that. That's a thing. And when you get through that and being on the other side with the fucking cunt you're living with going, yeah, you're an alcoholic.
We know who.
Yeah, guess what? You're fucking. You're not even close to how much of an alcoholic you are.
I think we're sniffing out that semi-committed.
Yeah, I think you need to clarify that you're not talking about Tracy right now.
Oh no.
It's long before Tracy.
I'm talking about the stripper whore that fucking ruined my life for 9 years.
Right. Fuck her. Well, I'll let you know if I ever do 30 days.
I did. Yeah, I did a 3 months or 4 months. And that was when Trump was sworn in and all through the first 4 months of that zoo, I was like,
That's
couldn't.
rough.
That's what got me was that I couldn't smoke weed. I didn't care about drinking at all. I mean, I can do without that. And that one you could get away with doing Thursday night or whatever, but I just didn't even do any of the shit that would, set it back. But I couldn't smoke weed, which really just kind of keeps me from really being pissed off about everything that I notice. And I notice everything. So it's like, yeah, it's like if I'm high, I'm kind of tunnel vision and I only see what I want to see. But if I'm not high, then I just soak in all the punches everywhere. It's like body blow after body blow. And I just need to get a bong hit. Oh, I can't do that because the law, because I was drinking and driving.
Yeah, when it's criminal, it's a different level because that there's consequences.
Yeah, I had 2 Deweys
spite.
there. I could have ended up with 3 Deweys and then I'd be working the road with Billy Ray Schaefer. So I'm almost through that book. I got just like 10 pages left. Sad.
Oh man,
motherfucking.
Oh, you got 10 great pages to go, my friend.
I know.
I finished it. I finished it in Panama, and I gave it to Patrick.
Yeah.
And he messaged me, I think yesterday. Like, I think he already finished it. He was like, "That book needs."
Oh, I thought he messaged you, wanting to know where his money was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm getting it. I didn't talk to him about it.
I didn't make any deals with that guy.
Not you, Andy.
I'm gonna send him the money when I get him some. I got to get some shirts sold, get my T-shirt business back up and operational, and then I'm gonna send him the money along with a bonus hat. Hey, has anyone seen my shirt? I lost that. I'm taking inventory today, like AA, and also of shit that's like, where's this? And what happened to that?
I lost a $50 headlamp, and other than that, I mean, we came back with from Panama with more stuff than I thought we would.
Those early Stanhope parties, I would be one of the last ones out of there. And there was just fucking tents and sleeping bags and chairs. It's like people would show up with a make-your-own kit they bought at Costco, camping for dummies, grills and shit. I take most of it to the Indians, which they were hoarders, so it worked out pretty good for everybody. I take it out to Darwin to give it to the Iron Eagles or whatever. But shit, yeah, it's like I went through, and I mean the stuff I know, whatever I lost, because I think it was Patrick that found one of my hats like a mile away, blew out, and, took off, and so that's probably. I figure most of the. Oh, how much is your shirt? Well, that was $28 for one use, so that was a pretty expensive shirt, I think. 28
you lost
plus
a shirt
tax.
too?
Well, yeah, I
lost clothing,
but yeah, just shit.
Yeah.
I don't like fucking, having shit anyway. So it works out that I fucking lose it recklessly, or it gets stolen, and I'm learning to deal with that too. They'll pick you clean when you're in a nursing home, so you might as well get used to it.
Andy,
you're just preparing yourself for old age by learning to say goodbye to your material things now.
Yeah, I'm
developing a way to be unattached.
You've been picked clean lately because you left things on the side of your house.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, that still sucks, though. People shouldn't.
I'm not saying it doesn't suck, but I'm saying it's different than like being in a nursing home and someone rifling through your top drawer.
Well, yeah, but that's what he said. It's a starter.
Some of the same characters will be doing both of the gigs.
Same guy. Same guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a
it's his wife at
home, and
it's his wife at the nursing home.
Somebody else is going to be owning that Boba Fett mug from the fire. That's all we're saying.
I know.
That was Han Solo.
Yeah. No, Boba
Fett.
I got Han Solo and a Luke too. Slightly damaged Luke. I can take a burn mug, but I don't want one with chips on top. And Luke is a little damaged, like when he came into that second movie after the auto accident, and his face was all fucked up.
Corvette Summer.
Yeah, he was in Corvette Summer. That kicked ass.
I don't know if it kicked ass, but it kicked his face.
He did
two
fucking movies.
He fucked his face up on that movie.
Yeah,
I don't remember
before Star Wars came out. Well, it's like the Michael J. Fox, where Michael J. Fox did Back to the Future, but they had a Teen Wolf like man, And then like right when fucking Back to the Future came out, it fucking hit so hard that like Teen Wolf became this thing, and they were just waiting to put that one out because he was a sensation, and Teen Wolf sucked. But
what?
Mark,
Yeah.
really?
Some of the best, most realistic basketball.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that was it was Tatum O'Neal on the mound with Bad News Bears.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the guys in the ape
Hoosiers
suit.
like basketball scrum for sure.
But Mark Hamill was in an auto accident during the filming of Corvette Summer. So when he came back, he had a different look on his face. He definitely had scars on his face.
When he came back for Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, yeah.
And now they know that works. They did it with fucking Leia. She come back from the dead, and had a cameo in the new one.
Mm-hmm. All they got to do now is film you saying everything, and then they can just take.
Don't even need that.
Just mix it all together. Yeah.
You just say the brown lazy fox jumped over the fence.
Yeah.
They got fucking everything right there.
Yep.
How do we know Rogan's even doing a podcast?
How do we even know that's
Red Band
Rogan?
just moved to Austin.
But that could be part of the ruse. Is LA's just closing, huh?
Yeah, there's nothing happening here. It's so fucked up.
Even the
how
rich,
much is it closing? Hey, Erickson, how much is it closing?
Well, none of the comedy clubs are even close to opening. I mean, there's not even any discussion of opening. Obviously, you guys know that. Everything's getting closed back up. Everything that was open is closing again in other states. So California has never opened.
Because some know-it-all scientists
I know.
had to alarm everybody on the beach
8 months ago.
There's sharks in the water.
They're never Trumpers. They've made it all up to get Trump out. It's not
all
fair.
the rich are bugging out to islands.
That was, by the way, in the double underlined italic font. In case anyone.
Double underlined. That's a thing you would have to
double underline.
That's not available readily. Yeah.
It should be.
Like it. I mean, Trump ruined that because he's like he's funny. He says when he makes a joke, like he's not even slightly sarcastically. Fucking erase the line because he's saying, "No, I'm joking." You don't know how to, sir. You just come across.
Wait, did you see the 60 Minutes with Leslie Stahl?
I saw the highlight.
Oh my god.
The walk off. Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
watched it.
That guy should not even be a PE teacher. The way I mean, like, oh my god, it's so bad.
I had that PE teacher.
Way to fucking piss off all the PE teachers, Chaille. There goes our PE teacher market.
Well, Don Patterson, Bill Flack, rest your souls. You guys were just way too angry for your sweatsuits. I don't know what was going on at home.
Sweatsuits. Erickson, that was our band name in junior high. Angry Sweatsuits.
Angry Sweatsuits.
Yeah. Angry Sweatsuits. And when I got to high school, I stopped getting paddled. But in the middle school, it was like being hazed in a fraternity house. Every teacher had a big wampum paddle. And Don Patterson, he liked to whip kids. He had to stop whipping them bare ass. And I'll bet that was the day he almost quit teaching. Like, what do you mean I can't hit them in their bare asses anymore? But by the time
Wait a minute. You can't make this fun for me anymore?
Yeah. Oh,
what heterosexual man would insist that he has to be able to spank a male student bare-assed or he's not going to do it?
He was an alpha wolf. No
Jesus
question.
Christ,
Even as
Andy?
he was over middle school kids. He one of his favorite, I felt like he'd never really expressed happiness, but one time I was running down to the lower field, lost my footing on gravel, slid, banged my head on a bridge. I was all fucked up. And then I went and Mr. Patterson said, "Looks like somebody needs to go see the nurse." He's a real sarcastic motherfucker. He would double line,
double underline
that motherfucker because he seemed real happy that a kid in his care just fucking ate it and bashed his head on, especially Andy Andrus. He was delighted.
Wait a minute. Wasn't that the end of the last Andy Issues with Andy podcast?
I don't know.
With Andy eating it coming down the fucking face of a waterfall?
Yeah. That was the big closer.
Yeah, you're still doing it, Andy.
Video.
Yeah. Well, Don has since passed us. He's gone on to that angry place in the sky where little men who bully littler men Go, guy. I'd like to think there's some Xanax so they can rest their heads at night. Remember when people used to say that? How do you sleep at night? It's like, come on, man. Everybody's got that one down. And like, you know, like there's a Ted Bundy. I'm going, I can't sleep. Oh, what I did to those chicks. Wait, I got Xanax.
This goes to the fridge for a bite to eat.
Yeah. Everybody can sleep. Mitch McConnell sleeps like a fucking corpse, man.
Yeah. That fucking guy.
Oh, next week it'll all be over.
It's just beginning.
Yeah, it'll just be beginning to be over.
The first night I really tuned into TV was the debate, the last debate or the second or the third, I don't know. But I was like, man, I shouldn't have even come in, man. You know, it felt like where we were. It's like, you know, you could. It's like, you know, in your mind, it feels like I could, if I could just stay there, I don't have to fucking hear any, you know, and stay there fucking just when nobody's there.
Yeah.
And then to come back and then just get right into the middle of the fucking, I couldn't go too deep in that. And I since have not really regained any fucking momentum on reading up, getting worried, thinking about it, you know, fuck it. I voted and that's about all you can do. Oop. Oh,
yeah,
geez.
that's it. It's too close now to even follow it anymore. It's like, all right, we're all prepped for the big finale episode. We don't need to have any more.
The 2 hour, the 2 hour special.
Right.
Final
this is
finale.
like, right. This is like when it's on Super Bowl Sunday, when they start the Super Bowl Sunday pregame show at 11 in the morning and the game's at 5:15. It's like, I don't need to watch any of this shit. I'm going to go do something else. I know when the game starts, and we'll get into it when that happens because I don't need to know anymore. I've got all the information I need on
Then you wake up blackout.
And it's too frustrating.
One of the impractical jokers.
Yeah.
That's what I did when I tailgate early. It's just, you know, like that Supreme Court justice.
On Super Bowl Sunday?
Okay, because they said they were going to just, no matter what the Democrats did, the Supreme Court justice that has a Jesus, like fucking shine to her fucking head, and that fucking weird cunt I couldn't even get worked up, listen to any of it, go, oh, I hope they don't just steamroller through like they said they were going to do. Damn, they steamrolled her through. And now where am I going to get cheap and affordable abortions? Fuck, man. You know, but I mean, you know, you can watch a YouTube video and perform a lot of these things on your own. You know, so they're not going to stop abortion. They're just going to stop people being professional. It's like, you know, a Junior Stopka looked at a YouTube video and changed 2 belts on my car. You don't think Junior Stopka could watch one abortion video and perform? It's just that simple, man.
You know? The visual of Junior Stopka in between some stirrups getting in there and clean it out.
Using the same tools he used to change Andy's belts.
Go back to minute 231 on that YouTube video again.
Yeah, he's got a nurse running rewind on the video. Back that up a few. Wait. Flip her around.
Maggie, play minute 231 again, Maggie. Yeah, okay, I got this. Okay, do you need any Jameson?
Oh, my God.
You need another, yeah, you know? And you know what? You know, I think just let people do their abortions and then let's put Yelp on it. So if somebody's sloppy at it, you know, you don't want to, like the service was poor, then Yelp them.
Here's the thing about it, though, I'm dumb, so maybe I'm wrong about this, but the idea is that with this strong majority on the Supreme Court, they can overturn Roe v. Wade. They can do that. They can overturn the law that says you can have an abortion anywhere in the United States. But once they do that, it's then up to an individual state to actually go ahead and make it something illegal, right? So if you live in a state that's progressive, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Your state's not going to just immediately make abortions illegal just because they're allowed to. If you live in Mississippi or Alabama or Kentucky or Tennessee or Arkansas, you're probably not going to be able to get an abortion.
And I know this is like
is that right? Like I mean, I'm kind of saying it, but I'm also kind of asking.
Think about it in terms of the marijuana laws during the Obama administration. I know, Chad, you're going to doze out here, but it is about pot. during the Obama administration, they chose not to fucking prosecute states where they let like legalization happen, right? But now
Yes.
what you're saying is, but if
Yeah.
it's a federal law, whoever's in government at the White House, they can choose to enact those, like, to enforce those federal laws on a state's level.
No, this is different though, Chaille, because Roe versus Wade is not a federal law that if the Roe versus Wade precedent is struck down, that doesn't make abortions illegal in the United States. It doesn't. It just means that states will be allowed to make them illegal if they want.
Then why are we
marijuana was and still is illegal federally.
Yeah.
Because
that's what you're talking
class
about.
1 drug.
Right. And the Obama administration chose
drugs.
not to prosecute states for breaking that federal law. So Roe v. Wade's not like that. But what I'm saying is that this may be a thing where they're able to do this. States are able to make these rules, these really oppressive rules on society and on women in particular, and that will just mean
Chad.
Get up and get the fuck out.
We just slept Chad.
Get up and get the fuck out of that state and move to a state where they have the laws that you like.
Well, if you don't like the ladies, take them to like North Dakota and chill there and be conservative and shut your fucking mouth. Hey, ladies, shut your fucking yap. We're in North Dakota. You don't have a right to just spout off every time your brain says you got words in it. Just shut your fucking yap. That's, but people who feel that way can live in those states.
Shut your fucking yap. Yeah, and I can't believe that's not a campaign slogan for someone.
Yeah.
Shut your fucking yap.
Well, you just start states where that's cool. Well, I'm in a Joby house, so I'm the head of the house, so I got to figure out ways to, keep my dojo energetic.
So let me include everyone. Let me include everyone here because Andy, I think you probably heard part of it, and I know Chad, you heard it. And tell me if I'm wrong. We're definitely going to do a Zoom end of the world, beginning of the world podcast on election night. Doug kept bringing it up unprompted. I wasn't slipping him notes. Don't forget to mention he kept bringing it up. Chad.
He said low budget, but he means friends. Yeah. He said low budget.
No, he enjoys the interaction.
So we'll do something where we open it up to. We'll probably put it out on Twitter. I don't know how I could manage that, but we'll put it out there at least to all of our subscribers as well as stand-up subscribers, and then we'll get everyone in. Because what else are you gonna do? Everyone's stuck at home.
Yeah,
it's the best way to fucking goof on what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. When is that again? I got to throw my card in that dumpster down the street.
You got to get that in, baby.
Yeah.
You should take it right to the ballot box.
You know what I did is I drove up to the place where you pull in to drop them off, and then I was at a stoplight, and I lit a joint, and then I was smoking it, and then I turned, and then I dropped my ballot in while smoking weed in America, and I'm thinking it gets counted. Fuck it. Why is that? It's not. Anyway, let's not get political here. It's so close to the fucking voting.
Too late.
I don't want anybody to be influenced by late issues with Andy. But I am running for office out here.
I saw that.
The guy delivered a T-shirt to Levon, wrote me in as one of the write-ins, and when I filled mine out, I just scratched the write-out. So then I was like,
wait, you didn't vote for yourself?
Well, I didn't know I was running for it, and then Levon wrote me in, and then I'm like, maybe I can do this shit. It's an inspector job. I could just go in and say I'm A-Train, the inspector, or whatever. But it seems like if you get like 20 or 50 votes in an empty thing, that you might
small
get
community.
No, this is two things I haven't researched yet. As I have announced, I'm running and gotten several votes.
Let's talk about what is the actual
I don't know.
job?
It's inspector. it's for an inspector.
Listen, that's on a need-to-know basis. And
Yeah.
Andy doesn't need to know.
Andy's,
you know.
Andy's not going to do well at the debate. I can tell you right
There's
now.
no debate. I just a late, I'm a
There's no
write-in.
debate. He's going to either win or not win.
Yeah,
And
I'm a
they'll-
write-in. So
Much
and
like his community college associate's degree, they'll notify him by mail.
right, and if they come up to the box, I don't know how that's going to work.
Which box?
Yeah, the willy-nilly one
Willy-nilly.
is the one I'm hoping I'll start getting shit in again. Last time it was $700 out of the blue, so maybe something else comes in there. But nothing else has arrived since then except coupons to fucking fingernail places. So I'm not doing it. It's expensive.
You're getting
Pandemic.
manicure
We're in
ads
the fucking pandemic.
flyers?
Man. Yeah, you think I'm gonna go
in
down
your
a fucking petty?
That's aggressive
I
marketing.
don't even like the way that
I
word
want you to throw
sounds.
something in anything that is more horizontal than it's vertical.
Mhm.
Anything
Oh,
with
man.
a door on it, throw the leaflet in there.
No, my box is solid.
Yeah, that's-
but,
That's not the post office. That's those slave gals that they keep
Yeah.
to do your
It's-
toes.
Yeah.
They stuffed that in there right before they stole your bike.
Uh-huh. Yeah. How would I know if I was getting a manicure? Last time I thought I was getting a massage. That wasn't the thing neither. So I go in for a manicure. What happens? You get
Wait,
punched
what
in the
happened the
face.
last time you went in for a massage, Andy?
That was in Silver. That was when I was on the road trip last year around this time, and it was I got a half-hearted massage and a half-hearted
Oh, right.
tug.
I remember. Yeah.
So you went in there. Did you go in there thinking you were just going to get
Yeah, exactly.
like a Swedish, like elbows into
That's
the
what I
fucking
thought.
spine?
I thought she seems a little spongy to be a whore.
Yeah.
That's my thinking.
But I'm trying to get at the reason you walked the reason you walked through the door is you had a knot in your back and not a
I've been
fucking
in the car for about 15 hours from Texas to up into fucking maybe New
Yeah.
Mexico. I can't even remember, but something like
So
that.
this was on the way back from the Altercation Fest when
Yeah.
we did the Unbookables reunion without James Inman.
right.
Right?
One of them.
James
Right.
Inman.
Then we did that Unbookables tour without James Inman,
Yeah.
which I'm still making a lot of money on the T-shirt sales. It's like fuck 500. Really?
Yeah.
It was like 6 months ago we did that tour.
So you walked into the place literally not thinking at all of getting the tub.
No, that's what I went by the place and then I go, and then she was out front and then I go, hey, and I go, are you going to be here in a half hour? Yeah. She was real excited that she had a customer. And then I felt bad, I would have felt bad that I was like, drove by and said I was going to be back.
Why?
It didn't occur to me. It was like such a small town, there was a casino there, but you don't automatically think
Wait,
everything's
casino's not a small
But
town.
also,
it
but
was.
wait,
It was
I have a
fucking
different
tiny.
question. Andy,
Yeah.
why did you go? You know what? And here's the thing: we probably heard this whole story. I know we did.
Parts of it.
Why did you tell her you'd be back in a half an hour or an hour? Why?
I had to go
what
get
did you
cash.
do between the time you saw her?
I asked, I go, how much are your massages? And she said, it's $40 for an hour. I wasn't going to do an hour massage, but I got 20 and then I actually got 40 and then I got change and then put another 10 back in my room because I wasn't thinking I'm going to, I wasn't chasing after that. But then while she was giving me the massage, I was thinking, Jesus Christ, I'm paying for this. I'm glad I didn't take over go for the full hour option on this shit because she can barely even rub like a fucking, somebody you were just coaching, you get better back rubs or whatever.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not a coach. I'm saying
she was just killing time to get to the half-hearted hand job.
Yeah. But I could tell by the way she squirted the lotion that something was amiss. That was my first clue. That's not that, I'm used to
Little
lavender
did you know
candles and scented oils that don't come out in they come out scented oils, you don't hear them come out, Yeah, she was like doing the Mr. Miyagi, and
Would you like a melancholy ending?
yeah. So I was 30 in on a bad massage, so I figured why not,
Well, listen, that's what
It was
that's
$10
what you bought.
for the fucking finish.
Well, it was their clothes. I mean, I could have either that or let her aimlessly tug on my back like a guinea pig or what the fuck. I don't know. Jesus Christ, Didn't your dad rub your back before he molested you? Come on. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's like the bait and switch. You go for a taco at a place and they just give you a large soda. Like, no, I want to, you said tacos. So I come in.
It's like right. So weird. I guess you have to do that because you can't say $10 massages because you'd be backed up with people like going like, yeah, work the lower back. You have to have this like high level to get just the massage, and then you
give better massages.
But you get you bump them up a little bit, which is reasonable for a small town, I would imagine, with just one casino. $40 to get jerked off. That's a bargain.
Yeah. And then I saw her the next morning.
Was always an option.
I saw her the next morning as I was pulling out of town. I could tell because she had her animal with her. And then, the next morning on my way out after.
She had an animal during the massage?
No, she was out in the parking lot when I saw her earlier with a dog. And I said, is that place open? And I didn't know if she was, I thought she was the squishy grandmother or, So yeah.
So how old was this lady? Was she in her like 60s?
I mean, it's hard to tell because I sometimes think people are way older than me. But,
Asian,
I'm guessing at least
Asian?
70. Yeah. But she could have been, she could have had a rough go of it in her 50s.
Oh man.
That's what I don't know.
What nationality?
Somewhere between Filipino and Japanese, I guess.
Yeah.
On the chain of evolution.
Yeah.
Or rape or however it went about,
Well, I'm not asking if it's just the missing hold their age. They gave you a fucking tug.
Yeah, I didn't do the 23andMe with her. There was no tipping.
Hey, can you spit into this cup before I get this fucking tug?
It was DNA.
As soon as
exchange.
I can walk again, as soon as I feel some blood flow again, I'm gonna walk over and get you a tip, lady. That fucking $30 fucking. I mean, I guess I kind of did tip her because I stopped at the so this is at 20 minutes. So it's like if I were getting a half-hour massage, wouldn't you renegotiate at 30? But it's 20 minutes of aimless fucking elbows in my back and squishing it fucking,
Did you tell her to like go harder, get in there, work it, or did you give her any
I mean, I figure she's a professional.
Sometimes you got to tell them that.
She's in a empty strip mall with a sign that says massages and the door pried open.
But come on, guys. Everyone knows what that means. When there's a flashing fucking Costco generic sign that says massage, everyone knows what that means.
Yeah, if you're in Chinatown or up in some district or, but not in some small town where there's a Denny's restaurant category.
I disagree.
I'm ignorant.
I assume every massage parlor is just rub and tug.
There's not one legitimate one in the world.
Every single one.
No.
I paid for legitimate massages.
Yeah, but I always assume it's the other.
Or maybe I'm really unattractive because they didn't.
Maybe you didn't pick up on the upsell.
Can you imagine how many volunteers you'd need for massage after like a marathon event where there's like 100 people? Like, jack them off, get them off the table, clear them. We need the table. There's somebody else coming. Boom, boom. There's legitimate massages.
Well, I've only done the ones at the mall. I don't think they'll jack you off at the mall.
Yeah, probably not at the mall.
Yeah, you'll probably get arrested at the mall.
This is a throwback too. Remember
maybe
when
Chaille's got it right. Maybe it's if the sign is flashing. If the sign is flashing, then
that's the key.
That's kind of
we know
what we're working with.
This is a throwback.
Let me break it down to you. I'm a freak about anyone touching me because I think I'm either gonna fart on their hand whether they get near my butt or I'm gonna have an erection, which I mostly have during the whole time. And
which he gets from farting on their hand when it nears it.
Well, yeah, it's a slippery slope. But
depends on the fart, right?
When I had massages that were paid for by an insurance company because of a traffic accident, I had to go find a legitimate masseuse, right? And this is someone that would take. No legitimate masseuse has a sign out front that flashes massage.
Right.
And underneath it, it's translated in Korean. There's no a person who's doing legitimate massage is new to the business and almost ready to quit because there's no business. You need that fucking sign to get the Andys of the world to pat you.
I like to think of Chaille. I like to think of you visiting massage parlor after massage parlor looking for a legitimate massage and just getting hand job after hand job, another hand job, and I'm fucking practically out of jizz.
And he goes into a back alley and finds a Korean woman crying that says, "I can't get taken serious as a masseuse. You're hired." So this is, so remember when I was in that mall in Santa Rosa right before the big fires last year, and I was tripping and I got trapped in the massage chair for a long time. Yeah. And I couldn't figure out what was going on.
In the mall, not in a shop in the mall.
Yeah.
In the concourse.
And they wanted me out of the mall, and I was trapped in I didn't feel trapped in the massage chair. I was just
the mall was closed,
uncomfortable with security closing in on me, and the chair wouldn't relinquish my legs or anything, and I was still getting rubbed and everything. But I found out by looking at I had to go over some tax stuff. I got paid. I paid a lot for that. I thought it was just like I put swipe the buck. I guess it was like a $30. It was the same thing without the happy ending. The happy ending was being tossed out of the mall, but I paid. I don't know what happened, man. It's like I kept re-upping or something.
In my country, mall ejaculate you.
Yeah, it's like call Roy Moore. He's my governor. Roy Moore, he can help me out. Yeah.
So how much was that? Was it?
It was
30
well.
bucks?
I spent $25 for massage in that mall chair. When I thought at the most it was $5. It was like $5, but somehow I was tripping.
I love that Andy got ripped off by a robot chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't have. That's why I'm afraid of answering my phone. Thank God.
You've won this time, chair.
Yeah,
you'll rue the day.
Unless I own the chair.
Did you trick me into buying a 3-hour massage 10 minutes before closing time? Yeah, damn you, chair.
I must have pushed a button that said, "Would you like happy ending at end?" Oh, yeah. Keep clicking.
Well, Mr. Andy, see you next time.
That was her tip-off of the whole. I think that was between. We didn't have the language. We had a language barrier, but she made that.
Wait, you in the chair?
Full on. Well, the lady, but she made that full-on squirting noise like 2 or 3 times. Like I couldn't figure out. Her hands seemed dry when they hit my back, so I don't know what's going on. But she's over there in the corner several times, which I think that just tells you something's amiss. Turn off that fucking background music. Let's talk business. I just drove in from Texas and I got 2 bubbles in my asshole. I need to leave alleviated before you work on the dick. And $27.50. That's what I'd have said. $27.50.
Andy, I believe you, but
it was 20. But I paid her 20, and then I did tip her $10 for the happy ending. But it was like she just wanted to if she would have just rubbed my back for another 10 minutes, she would have been there on the clock.
Wait, you stiffed her on your stiffy?
I think you can tell them that.
Well, that's what I couldn't it's like, well, I'm not, so I gave her 20 and 10 and she seemed happy enough, but then on my way out of town, I noticed she's sleeping in her car with her animal or in the office or whatever. But she, she sure didn't live 50 miles up the road as she suggested. And maybe she was just telling me that so I wouldn't creep around for a second helping or whatever. But anyway, this is all a fictional account of everything. I can't remember.
Oh man.
My dad listened to a lot of country music.
Oh shit.
I picked up on the stories.
I just love the idea of I love the idea of pulling up into a gravel parking lot and seeing a lady sitting there in a folding
on a lawn chair
in front of a flashing massage sign, and you're like, roll your window down, and you're like, "Hey, you open?
This looks legit.
I'll be back in a half an hour."
Where's the closest
That just cracks
ATM?
me up for some reason.
Well, I grew up in
Yeah.
a small town where you just,
God
you
damn
know,
it.
it's a small town. You feel like there isn't a, you know, I just didn't figure that small of a town. That was my only
Andy grew up in a small town, and he thought that's how it happened in the big town.
yeah, you go in and then they're like wink, wink,
Yeah.
and then you go to the back red booth or whatever. But, you know, but
And
I
then you
mean,
get
here's the thing. It's
Shanghai.
like if she would have just rubbed my back for 10 more minutes, I would have had to give her the $30 anyway. But she wanted to short the back rubbing. And then just, you know, like I mean, mainly she was a yank off unit.
Yeah.
That's all. She knew how that, once that massage
Yeah, that's
started,
why you
I
walked
began
in
to
there,
think,
Andy.
okay, that's what she is, good at something. I was like, you know, it's like, you know, it's like if you have a kid who isn't good at anything and then they sit down at a piano and they start making music. I was like proud of her. It's like, oh, okay. You know, as I felt up until that point, I was like, how does Andy, she's never going to get a second customer in here. She's horrible at this shit. And then she took over, and then it's like, okay, I get it. The pain in my back's gone. The stress is gone.
I think she's great at her
But I think
job.
she wanted to just get at that. I
Yeah.
think what the awkwardness
like-
was the back rub, because she didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, all
Right.
right, here we go. You know, so the
Well,
back
it's,
hurts, and I
15
pointed out
minutes
areas.
worth of work minus.
Yeah, I
3
pointed
minutes
out where a
worth of
knot
work.
was, and I put her, you know, I helped her hand where the knot was, and then she went right away from it. You know, it's like, goddamn. Yeah.
And he's still under the guise that he wants a back rub.
That's
I
what,
love that.
for that kind of money. Yeah.
You should get a back rub too, though. The back rub should still be
Well,
part of it.
that's
There
called-
should be some
that's
sort
the
of
fore-
back rubbing involved.
Yeah, isn't there some
It's the
bait and
foreplay
switch?
to
You
it.
know, you got to put bait out to bait and switch.
Yeah, it's the
and
cat
just-
and
Yeah.
mouse chase.
yeah. And
It's
then
a
I
happy
would've-
ending, but that's the ending. That
I think
implies that
you
there was
know,
something
but I
else
mean,
before the
on
ending.
the street value, you know, just to get raw mouse sucked off or jerked off by a woman, you know, that's what she did. She just jerked me with a glove on or whatever. But with her skill set, that's worth at least $50 in Reno.
Yeah.
You know? So she gave me, you know, I really did get a bargain, but it just seems so clumsy to go and I'm out with the massage. I don't know what I'm saying. And
I
that's,
think you got to give it to her.
totally get it, dude.
Businesswoman. She
You
knows
gave
what,
it to her,
she
all
knows
right.
her customers.
you know what? It's probably because they don't have flashing neon hand job signs in that town. You know,
There's another asshole wants a massage.
Uh,
yeah.
Actually, every massage
you haven't-
flashing massage sign does to me says it says flat. It's a flashing hand job sign.
Well, I'm a lot more savvy now.
Well,
yeah.
Let me see your arts
clearly.
Associate of Arts from a community college
Yeah.
degree before
Andy,
I let
you
you
walked
rub
into
it.
exactly what you knew was going to end up.
No, that time
Absolutely.
if I would have gone in there, why would I have left $10 behind, which you'd know you'd be
Because
tipping
you knew
out
you
on a
could.
$30 massage if you were getting a happy ending. She looked like fucking grandma Thai food or whatever, you know, like a
Grandma
grandma
Thai
that works at
food
a
is
Thai
not a
food
thing.
restaurant, you know. You know, those like Thai families, they all live in there. They're all hang out at the restaurant. So you see like grandma and great grandma and all the kids running around some restaurants. And that's what I'm saying. She was a
So
mom
she's
that
not
saw-
the
she was
oldest. She's not the oldest lady
Gilf,
at the table. There's
Gilf
a
or
great
whatever.
grandma lady
No,
that's
there's
a
a
little.
great grandma Thai food. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
probably on the
Yeah.
sign.
Now,
Yeah.
if her granddaughter, her daughter, probably her daughter, or you know, was there, that
You
might
could
might
probably
have
work
thought
with
maybe
granddaughter.
that was, you know, if there was
Yeah.
any sexy to her, she was in fucking stained sweat. She wore the same kind of thing I did to get into fucking alcohol classes for free, you know, stained sweatpants and a ill-fitting sweatshirt, and I did not think, okay, here we go, yeah, I'll get this road, you know.
No, you thought low hanging fruit.
in
I'm
fact,
going to be
she
able
blocked.
to walk out on tipping her.
In fact, the reason I went to that town was to hit a national park and jerk off in the morning, and she ruined it. So I went
She-
down the hill
she
without even going up to
expedited
the
it,
park.
Andy. She was an expediter.
She saved me $30 in
Yeah.
gas. That's what she did.
No.
So it's a break even. It's a
That's
break
not
even.
a ruiner.
It's a push. I don't know what happened to
No,
that
you
shirt,
love
but I broke even
$30.
on that one.
Oh, shit.
Maybe that another shirt will blow back to me, just like that.
So you can spend $30 on gas and drive through beautiful nature and jack off onto a mountain, or
That's
you
what
can
I
just pull
prefer.
into the strip mall here and have grandma
Yeah.
Thai food just give you a quick one and then head on home.
Well, a quick one would have been nicer than the 20 minutes of what the fuck is going on here. And then, I guess it was because I'm a fucking rube and she didn't, she's probably getting mad at how stupid I was. Like most of the truckers probably come in with an erection and go, and she don't even have to fake the massage.
Right.
And I was like, I thought she was legit, and then that's when she started jerking up, I was like, okay, she's competent. She knows what she's doing. Okay, here's your money.
Andy, you didn't stop her.
Why did she put my, I had a thing where I looked down at the floor, or put my face in a hole and looked down at the thing with what I thought was a clean towel.
Wait, you didn't have a thing. That's what you do when you get a massage.
But that's what he's saying. If you're going to do that, then there should have been that implies a massage is going to happen. And
she had that changing blind, and she had soft music going. So until I heard those squirts, I thought, and then they took a couple of them. The second time I was like, what the fuck, man? Get to the rub, less moisturizer and more, let's go. We're on the clock here.
Moisturizer.
Well, that's what it seemed like she was just putting a lot of lotion in her hand and it wasn't going anywhere. It's like, I don't want to, I almost said wet back, and I don't need a wet back. And then that would have been perceived as like, no, man, I didn't mean that, Oh, and then there's video of me saying, build a wall. What? No, that was for a project. I said, I was like in 7th grade. I said that shit.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk. You just motion and grunt.
Right. Yeah.
Like an animal.
Yeah. I mean, we can say what we want until Spotify acts interested. Did I say any of that sound correct? I think those words.
Right. We got time.
Yeah. Todd rearranged.
We're already on cable anyway. I mean, not this one. This one will be on
local access.
Patreon is. You can say whatever you want on Patreon.
Well, we can talk shit about Skype now that we're on Zoom.
Eric said, "I'm gonna go make a."
Yeah, we might need to go back to Skype.
We love you, Skype.
Let everyone know this is the one that's going on YouTube. This is the freebie. Let everyone know what's happening on Patreon for the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that because I got to get out of here anyway. I got a thing coming up.
All right, so we're not doing the. We don't have to do.
No, we got lots of Patreon stuff.
It would have been funnier if I'd have known we were only doing an hour.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Shit. I'll save something for the next time.
Yeah. Over on Patreon, on Issues with Andy, you can see the podcast we recorded out in the middle of Death Valley for no real reason other than we wanted to do it, and it's a lot of fun.
And now we can talk about it because we're about.
Now we can talk about.
We're all symptom free. We're all symptom free. I had a scare yesterday.
We did the same thing Kim Kardashian did, but without being rich or having a private island.
Yeah, I had a late in the afternoon. I got a big headache yesterday. And then I started sneezing and my nose is running. I'm like, my head hurts. And I haven't had coffee and I'm back in allergy country. Take it easy. Take it easy. I smelled the candle. Everything's there. All right. Yeah. It was
nice.
It's fun to be out and doing shit for a minute. And now back in lockdown.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly. Every once in a while you need to get out there. So check that out on Patreon, guys, if you would like to. We got some fun stuff over there. And we're glad you're out there. You can also subscribe to Chad's Twitch channel and watch him hang out and play video games with some of the Bisbee guys. That's always a lot of fun. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you already get a free Twitch subscription that goes with that. So you can use that on Chad's channel and go check it out. It's totally worth it. It's fun. And maybe looks like a Zoom happy hour on Tuesday, election night, which will be 5 days, where this will come out on Friday. So 5 days from now.
It's on the 3rd.
So we're doing a happy hour on the.
So we'll be there. We'll talk to you then.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Well, I mean, it's I mean,
it'll all be through the Patreon anyway. So if you're on Patreon, you'll get the link, and more than likely,
you go through either one, but probably both.
Yeah. It'll be on both. Cool. I like the Zoom, but I can't put pictures up behind me during the Zoom.
I missed that.
I do too.
I know. I think we got to go back to Skype. I like having the pictures.
Chad,
we can talk about that.
But that's why it's missing. It's not up there because you want me to have a green screen or use one of their generic thing. That's not what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out. That's the only reason it's missing is because we tried Zoom, and yeah, I think the end of the world, beginning of the world thing is gonna be fucking amazing because it's gonna. I'm gonna hit up a bunch of comics that were on the one 4 years ago to Skype in. So we didn't talk about it before because too many people listened to that one. But enough, only enough.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to
this
say
podcast is perfect for that. Then don't worry.
So I want to get in touch with all of them to like at least give them the opportunity to jump back in and to be in the mix to at some level.
So there you go, right there, everybody. If you're seeing this on YouTube and you are not a Patreon subscriber to Doug Stanhope or Issues with Andy, you should be by election night, because if you are, you will be invited to a beginning of the end of the world podcast with Doug Stanhope and friends, which will include all of us. And there is no better way to watch America probably do an even dumber thing than they've done before. Might as well be here with us when it happens. Worse.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knows? So why not spend it together? Why not spend it with us? That's where you should be. Your real friends. Your alcoholic friends.
So how many of the Panamint ones are up? Just the first two or first one so far?
The first one.
No, the one we did last Friday or Saturday.
Okay. Right now, what's out is on. This probably isn't exciting content for the viewer.
All right.
What's out is
or me.
Oh, geez, we're losing Chad.
Again,
let's get political.
I feel like I'm smuggling a football up my ass, so I can't wait for this to be over.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
That was horrifying.
And Andy doesn't really care. He's not gonna watch anything, and it doesn't matter. The Patreons go out.
Yeah, if you're not a member of our either of our Patreons, become one so that you can join us on election night with Doug Stanhope. That's my point. That's what we want you to do. We hope we will see you there. And if not, we will see you back here next week. There's also stuff that we did out in the desert, high on drugs and drunk out of our minds.
Boring, not interesting.
That's also on Patreon if you are interested in that.
that.
And like and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. We love all you guys. That's Chad Shank. He's got a little baby poop inside of him. That's Andy Andrus and Greg Chaille. I'm Brett Erickson. We'll see you next time. Peace.